What is good, y'all? SGG game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Reds rebuild episode for y'all, man. And we are back with the World Series for 2024 season. Cincinnati Reds are up 1-0 over the Los Angeles Angels, and we're going today with Griffin Canning versus Hunter Green. If you guys are ready and enjoying the series, man, leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know as you guys are enjoying the series. Let me know if you guys are excited for MLB The Show 23. Let me know other games that you guys might want me to play on the channel as far as like walkthroughs or anything like that, and we'll check them out, see what they're worth. So if you guys are enjoying the series and the channel, please show some love and support, share it out with friends and family. Now let's jump straight back into the action. As last time out, you saw we won a very clutch one in extra innings, having to score 3 of the 5 runs that we scored in that game in the last 2 innings. 2 in the bottom of the 9th, 1 in the bottom of the 10th. If you guys missed that one, it was a thriller all the way through. Very strong pitching performances, and then just offense late in the ball game. So if you guys enjoy that, as well as we checked out what happened in ALCS, make sure you guys check out the last episode before we go and get this one kicked off. But here we are at Great American Ballpark in the beautiful city of Cincinnati, ready to take on game number 2 for that World Series trophy. Add another flag to that circular flag momentum and allow it to say Cincinnati on it. So Hunter Green, 2 starts this postseason, 12 2/3 innings, only 6 hits, 1 walk given up, and 12 innings of work. He has struck out 19 batters. I think that's probably one of the most impressive things about Hunter Green is his strikeout ability, as it's been prevalent all season. He has a very good strike. I think he finished the season with like a 9.8, 9.9 strikeout per 9 this postseason. You can see it's very high too as well. As we look to go ahead and get things kicked off the same way we did yesterday, Trey Turner, a 1 for a 5 day yesterday, and we're looking to hold him the same way because you see that 6.8 WAR is no joke. When he is on and he's doing his thing, makes it really easy to score right behind him. So let's go ahead and just send him down with a nice, easy strikeout. Hunter Green getting started out early with 1 off of that slider low. Next, we have Marsh coming up, hitting this one deep out to Allen for the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out there, 2 outs in the inning. Now it's Mike Trout's turn. Nobody on, 0-2. Swings and misses at that curveball away. And just that quick, I told you he's a strikeout man. 2 strikeouts here early, as we will be tasked with getting off on Griffin Canning. 2 starts this postseason as well. Only 11 1/3 innings of work. 9 hits, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. So not as dominant as some of our pitchers, but enough to get wins. And that's all you need in the postseason. You don't need domination. You need the ability to get a victory. And Jonathan India will be tasked with going ahead and trying to get us off early too. When India's working, it makes it extremely, because we work a lot of cases when he's not working. So it makes it really easy to work when he's on fire. So we look to see if he can give us a spark at the top of the lineup. 0-2 so far here. Swings and misses at the upstairs slider about at the top of his head. So he'll go after, he'll sit down. Next we have Cesar Hernandez with a full count, chopping this circle change low. They'll go throw it to the pitcher and beat the foot race to the bag. 2 quick outs for them too as well. Will they retire our side? 1-2-3. Moustakas 1-2. Swings and misses at the curveball. Almost the same exact pitch, same exact results. And we go ahead and sit down too as well. We jump ahead to the bottom of the 3rd. Not much offense here to speak early yet again, as Jay Allen will take this 4-seamer low in the center field. Caught. Just getting unlucky there with that one. Cannon is barely surviving, as we got Tyler Stevenson 1-0. He will go ahead and hit this one opposite way to second base. Still not much going on. The pitch count is pretty high. We've been able to work counts. As you see here, 3-1 to India. Getting the green light. We'll bloop this one into the outfield for a base hit. Let's go ahead and get a 2-out rally started here. We could really use some early running innings to help out Hunter Green. Be a little bit more confident in his start. Pitch a little bit better possibly too as well, as that'll be a base hit that gets down as well. And he's going to truck his way over to third base. The throw will come to the cutoff man leading towards home, as they go ahead and concede that up with 2 outs. It'll be up to Mike Moustakas to come in clutch again. And with a 3-1 count, he'll watch that slider off the plate. They'd rather face Mr. Joey Gallo with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Now he does have a 1-1 count here. 56 pitches already through only 2 2/3. We have really seen some long innings from him, and we're hoping that works in our favor. And he gets tired. 1-2. Swing and miss at the slider in on the hands, as Mr. Strikeout does it again. And I think that's one thing I've learned through this walkthrough. Vision matters a lot. I was overlooking it so much as long as the power was there. I mean, Gallo has 99 power. The only issue is that there's a lot of balls that are within his hitting range that he just misses because he has 30 vision. And if I were him, I'd go down to the MLB show headquarters and argue why my rating is 30%. But hey, that's just me. Let's get back into this game as we look like we got a dangerous situation here. First and second to lead off the inning as Hunter Green finally settles down for the first out here. He'll go to left field, so nobody moving up. But we still have runners at first and second. Only one out. Anthony Rendon up. First pitch he sees will line this to Hernandez, and he will take this to the bag. Not in time, but at least retire one batter. Jose Ramirez up next, 1-1. We've seen him be clutch, but this one will be a dribbler. Hunter Green takes that 100-mile-per-hour fastball and throws it towards first base as we go ahead and get out of the inning. First and second to lead off, and he's able to walk out scot-free, not even allowing a runner to move up. That's the greatness of Rookie of the Year Hunter Green and why he could be a very good ace for years to come. This will go out to the outfield. Granger will go ahead and take this one in. Throw will come in over to third base, not in time. So another leadoff base runner here. What do you do, Jeff McNeil? 3-0. He's got to have the green light, but it looks like he's taking all the way as he watches that four-seamer in. Watches another one low, both of those touching the black. And it's a full count now. Can we even it up with a strikeout here? That would be great. So that way the runner can't come across as he swings through that 99-mile-per-hour heat. He'll go sit down. Next up, it'll be Harry Ford. Swinging and missing through this. Stevenson will throw it over to first base just to get insurance and make sure he's out. And now, just like that, 2 outs, runner at second base. Trey Turner is up. He's going to watch that slider to even the count up 2-2. Do we go back to it to get the strikeout? Swing and a miss. Yes, we do, as that is a very good strikeout pitch. That slider away to righties, dominant. Especially when it's out of Hunter Green's arms when he got that 100-mile-per-hour fastball. We've seen so many strikeouts come that way. And you can see here the pitch count is kind of getting up there, 68 through only 5 in the third. I guess way better than Cannon. As he gets another strikeout here of Mike Trout. And next we have a full count here to Jarrett Walsh, looking to settle him down too as well. Chops this one foul, as Aguilar was over there to make the play if it was fair though. 3-2 once again. Pops this one up. Rosario's going to have to come a long way as they were in shift position. And he will just barely glove that one right at his hip. 6 strong innings of work. No runs on either side though still. So our guys have been held to check to do as well. As now he's at 85 pitches through only 5 innings. Getting Mike Moustakas to swing and miss through that one. Joey Gallo up next, 0-1. Lines this slider that's up at the eye level. If this wasn't a shift, that's probably a double. But because of the shift, they're able to go ahead and catch that one and get down. Next, we got Jesus Aguilar, who will chop this one over. Shortstop. Throw will go over to first base, and they got him. So 6 strong innings of work from him as well. We'll stay in the bottom of the 7th. Hunter Green still pitching greatly. Now he just needs his bats to put in some work here. Already 1 out down. Rosario will line this one into the outfield for a base hit. He does pitch number 100 for Griffin. So you got to think he'll be coming out soon. If not now, actually. Looks like the manager is going to go ahead and pull him after that base hit. He's throwing triple-digit pitches, which you don't see a lot from a lot of pitchers in this game, unfortunately. A lot of guys don't really have the stamina to really do that anymore without getting you into trouble like this. Like I said, I remember in old MLB shows, you could pitch 130 pitches with your ace. Now, you couldn't do it with just anybody, but like your ace could give you 120, 130 midway through the season, late in the season to kind of come back some of these and still be pitching okay. So they'll go to Wander Suero. 4 games this postseason. We saw him the other day holding us in check, and they're going to look to do it again here as Jay Allen. We'll go ahead and bunt this one down the line. Third baseman's going to come in, throw over to first base. He probably could have just held on to it. There was no play there as Allen was in there by a mile. And it'll put our 2 fastest guys at first and second here with Tyler Stevenson up, who will take this cutter into the opposite field. It will be caught. But Rosario's going to go ahead and move over to third base as the throw's going to come in off the line, and he didn't even have to slide, as that was a nice, easy sac fly. Jonathan India back up to the top of the rotation. Here is this going to be a deep fly ball out to right field. Right field is giving chase, and he will catch it about middle of the way through. So still 7 innings, no runs across. We go top of the 8th. Hunter Green is still in for us. Still looking to make something happen here, as that's going to be a leadoff base hit. He's at about 92 pitches. You know, we got our bullpen up and working just in case. Harry Ford, 1-0. Flies this one out to Gallo, who will go ahead and set underneath it and catch that one in. Bars for the first out of the inning. Green is still looking strong. Not even really that tired. Runner's going to take off for second base, but they're going to pop this one up, try to do a hit and run. This is the bad part about it, is when you actually pop it up or fly ball out. A ground ball will at least move him up, but a fly out or pop up, it's not going to work, because this one's going to get blued right in front of Fernandez. He couldn't reach out for it. So that'll be another base hit. 97 pitches through. You got to think, do you want him to get this last out? Of course we do. Probably Maybe should have put the bullpen in, but we're going to rock with this as it's going to be a base hit off the changeup. First pitch he sees, and that's going to bring across the first run of the ball game. It took 8 innings of work to get a runner across, and we do bring in TJ Atone this time to go ahead and settle everything down. ERA is only high because he's pitched an inning in the third, and he gave up 1 earned run. Obviously, you see the batting averages are pretty high too as well. But we want to give him a chance to settle those down, as I think he is a very good starting reliever. He had a very good season, so I want him to give a chance to lower that ERA down here. He could possibly end up pitching the 8th and 9th, depending on what our bats decide to do. So 1-2 here with 2 outs, swings through the sinker, and that'll be a strikeout. Maybe should have called him in early on Mike Trout, and maybe would have got the strikeout to end things, and it's still been 0-0. But we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Jose Suarez, not in a closing situation anymore, as you guys can see. More in a setup role here in the bottom of the 8th, looking to try to close things down. Maybe it'll be a better outing for him. And right off the bat, an error by third baseman, has a runner at first base. And then Mike Moustakas off the hands, breaks his bat. Pitcher will take it himself over to first. This time not allowing the third baseman to get an error. So it'll be Joey Gallo with a runner in scoring position. And see what I'm talking about? Forcing him right down the middle. Doesn't have the vision to hit it into play. And then gets froze on that sinker. So he will go ahead and trot his way back to the dugout. It'll be up to Jesus Aguilar to try to make something happen here. Tying run is at second. All we need is a base hit up the middle, because that's a lot of speed at second for Cesar Hernandez. And instead, Aguilar pops it up right over to first base. He will take it. And we'll have to go to the top of the 9th here. Still down 1-0. TJ Atone looking to keep the game at exactly that. So that way we can have a chance to come back in this ball game here. As this first batter that he sees will fly this one out over Granger's head, bounce up against the wall. And he's actually going to take it into second base. It'll be cut off, as the throw will not get there. Probably could have went to second base, but maybe thinking that he was a slow player, he wouldn't do it. Caught him off surprise there, as this one will be bounced up. Thankfully, the mound was there to bounce it towards India, as that could have been a base hit. We'll gladly praise the mound for that one. The mound with the assist. And then a swing and a miss from Mitch Hanger. Gets it to an 0-2 count. One swing and a miss on that slurve. Second out of the inning. Good chance here to maybe get out of here without giving up a run. And unfortunately, the slider caught too much of the plate as it'll get down. That'll be an RBI double. If he could have just got that last out, we would have at least been going to the bottom of the 9th, only down 1, which is a little bit more manageable. But now we'll have to go down 2, and could be more with Harry Ford swinging through that sinker. 0-2. Watches this one go all the way to the backstop as Tyler Stevens couldn't corral it. Runner will move up to third base. Any kind of base hit can bring him in now. Chops that sinker foul. Still 1-2. Swing. Hits this deep. Allen underneath it, and he will go ahead and glove that one in. So now we'll go to the bottom of the 9th, and thanks to Jeff McNeil, we now have to face Aaron Loop, who's had 3 games this postseason, done pretty good, getting his first save opportunity, as we are down 2-0. Doug Granger will lead it off for us, looking to get this bottom of the 9th rally started. And unfortunately, 0-2 chops a sinker off the plate over to second base. For the first out, Ahmad Rosario, who's been pretty clutch this postseason. Can he do it again? First pitch he sees is a sinker low. He's going to chop that one foul as well. 0-1. Lines this one deep. Way back. Solo jack. Home run for Ahmad Rosario, 3rd of the postseason. And if we had just kept it a 1-0 ball game, it'd be tied and we'd be going to extras. Unfortunately, that only cuts the lead into half. But Rosario coming through again with yet another home run to be clutch. That circle change caught too much of the plate. You can see there about belt level. Just swings and takes this one all the way into the outfield. As he's been a very, very good bat for us. You know, obviously our lineup is pretty stacked. There's not too much room for him to come into the lineup. But coming off the bench, we were not seeing production like he's putting up this postseason. It's been amazing. As that ground ball will get thrown over to first base. Jay Allen is out. We're down to our final out here. Tyler Stevenson. 2-0 count. Swings and misses way early for that slurve. Aaron Loop looking to close this one. Circle change off the plate. He's got a 3-1. You got to think green light on here. Unless it's something like that. That ball was above his head. Easy walk over to first base. Jonathan India, 0-1. Swings and misses at the circle change low. We're down to our final strike now. We need India to be clutch. Gets a cutter in on the hands and pulls it. Good timing on this one, but it is unlucky. India, as this goes in and finds a glove, and the Angels steal one in Cincinnati. Exactly what we didn't want to happen, but they steal it here late. Another great pitching performance all the way through, and then runs late. That seems like what our postseason games have been a lot of here recently. Is Hunter Green gets unfairly charged for the loss. I mean, only gave up 1 on a run. Still a very good start, but does get the loss here today, as we were not able to make anything happen with our bats. Only 5 hits today. We really got kept off balance, and I think the thing that it was just an unlucky day. A lot of good contact, a lot of perfectly timed balls that ended up finding somebody else's glove, and unfortunately we were not able to combat that and make anything work here and get any breaks going our way. That solo home run was our lone good thing, our lone hit that wasn't a base hit. Had 5 walks today that we were able to work through, but just unfortunately weren't able to get the bats going. I applaud our pitchers though. They did what they were asked to do and give up a very limited number of runs. They only gave up 2 here today, which on 9 times out of 10 this season, that would have been enough to get a victory. Just not today. And going back into the game, you can see we're coming up on that time where Tariq Skubal should be coming back from injury. As you see, he's no longer injured and has come off the injured list, but you may add him to playoff roster between series if the Reds have not been eliminated. Meaning, and I did try it, Tariq Skubal cannot come back for the World Series since we are in the middle of a series, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe I should try to put him on the roster beforehand and just put him on the bench and let him be hurt and just not put him in. I might have fumbled that bag, but unfortunately we will not be getting Tariq Skubal back to save us, as it might be weird looking for him to save us, but he was probably the 4th best pitcher in the rotation this season. Honestly, you could probably argue the 3rd best, above Tyler Mahaley. Very good starter that came in for us. A lefty starter that would have been very important to have as well. I would have liked to have one. And speaking of lefties, that's what we'll be facing today with Patrick Sandoval. 3 starts this postseason. We actually saw him get one in against the Mariners. It looks like they're going to go to him here today as the first game in Anaheim. We'll go ahead and get set to tip off, man. Jonathan India being our starter, looking to get us on fire here today, maybe get our bats woke up a little bit. As they got the news this morning, they were going to be without their teammate. He couldn't come through. He can sit in the stands and watch, basically, but that's about all he can do. So he flew out to Los Angeles to give more support. And maybe that more support is helping, as that base hit is going to get down in front of the right fielder. A leadoff base hit to start out the ball game. Could be exactly what the doctor ordered. And Amal Rosario with the lefty in. We move him up to the 2 spot, and he swings and misses at that 2-seamer for the first strikeout and first out of this ball game. Mike Moustakas. I mean, I could use a home run, my boy. Takes that circle change. Good timing on it right down the middle. It'll go deep out into the left center field. Get down and bounce over the wall. Pitcher's break that time. I'm sure Patrick's actually more happy about that than if it just bounced up against the wall, because at least now he has a chance to get these outs himself. 2 strikeouts or anything like that, and it could be crazy. 1-1. 1 out. Swing and miss at that slider going away. Joey Gallo trying to be clutch, but he just doesn't have the vision. Swings and misses through that, but at least it's up to Cesar Hernandez now, who best takes the 5th spot in the left-handed lineup, and he'll swing and miss at that upstairs slider. Speaking of him earlier, Tyler Mahaley on the mound here today. 2 starts, a 2-0 record. 17 2/3 innings, has pitched the most out of any of them. Only 1 out away from pitching basically 2 complete games. Gave up 1 walk, 12 hits, 12 strikeouts. So not a strikeout guy, but he's going to come in and get his outs. And now he'll be tasked with slowing down this offense to give us a chance to uneven this series up and take the lead. Trey Turner watching that one come across the plate for the first strike of the ball game. 0-1 count. Swings and misses at that curveball low. As Tyler Mahaley actually looking at the strikeout. You don't see too many of those during his plays, but he is going to get one there, as the check swing will be called for strikeout number 1. And now it's Brandon Marsh looking to get something going here. He was hitting below 200 when the series started. Now he's at 216. And that might drop it right back down below 200 as he flies out to right field. Next up will be Mike Trout hitting almost close to 400 with that 362 average. Unfortunately, that's going to drop too, as well as Jay Allen will go ahead and corral this one. And we're going to go ahead and end this inning off, man. Nice, clean 1, 2, 3, and we'll stay with him here to see if we can keep this good start going, as Jared Walsh beats the shift with a hard hit base hit between second and shortstop there, playing their new positions. And it'll be the first hit of the game for the Angels. Anthony Rendon, bottom of the second. He'll ground this one over to Hernandez, who will knock it down at least and throw over to first base for the out. Not able to get the double play since he didn't field it cleanly. But Jose Ramirez will be up next, and he will ground this right back to Hernandez and now get into the outfield. Jay Allen's going to try to cut this one off. They're going to try to go to the plate, so the throw will come into the cutoff man to Aguilar, and they got him at the plate. Great plays there as Jay Allen gets that one in quickly. We went cutoff man instead of going to the plate just to make sure his accuracy can be off a little bit. He has a strong arm, but it's off sometimes. So they're going to try to steal second base here, and we get him too as well. Able to go ahead and retire out people, 2 throwouts, so didn't even really have to do too much on that one. But we'll go ahead and skip all the way to the top of the 6th here, as there's still no offense. Yet another pitching duel. As you can see, we're just off balance. Good timing on these, but not getting enough wood on them. As we got Joey Gallo up next, and you know what he's going to do. I guess this is a little bit different than a strikeout, but pops this one right back to the catcher. Either way, it ended up in the catcher's glove before he walked away. And there'll be 2 outs real quick. Hernandez, first pitch he sees, he will chop foul. As he's 0 for 2 in the day. Patrick Sandoval, 77 pitches through 5 2/3 innings. And we really made him work here today. We're hoping that pitch count and them tiredness starts to kick in here soon. As maybe it is there as that one hits off the left upper booty cheek. And look at him looking at him like, bro, get away from my cheeks. Stop throwing these balls at me. As he goes and walks over to first base, and they're going to go ahead and bring him out. He's like, bro, look, you can't hit him like that, bro. You got to go sit down. You done hit my man's whole backside with a slider. You got to go sit down. You are way too tired. You had all that field of vision. Let me go ahead and bring in Reed Detmers. 3 games, 9 in the 3rd inning. So he's probably their long reliever. 8 strikeouts, 3 walks. They've asked him to eat up a lot of innings, and I guess today they might want him to do it here again with the game still tied 0-0. You don't know what kind of output you might get. Is this going to be a base hit that gets into the outfield? Maybe a little 2-out rally going here with Doug Granger extending it a little bit. Jay Allen, 0 for 2 today, but maybe can get a hit here as he swings and misses through that circle change, and he'll go get sit down. As there are still no runs in this ball game, Tyler Mahaley is actually still out there starting. Different story for his pitch count. Only just now reached 50 through 5 innings. We'll see where he's at 5 2/3, but either way, regardless, he'll still be well below 80. As he gets the swing and miss there for the first out of the inning on that slider low and away. 6th strikeout this ball game. He's already gotten half the total number of strikeouts, and I guess if you go real total, 1/3 of his postseason strikeouts have come in this one start alone. We'll see if he gets any more here today, as that'll get into the outfield for a base hit. And Harry Ford will come up 1-1. Dribble this one on the ground. Hernandez is going to range out, dive for it, but miss. If he's playing at normal depth, he's probably able to get that one. I don't know if it'll be a double play, but it could at least be 1 out. And because of that, we'll have Trey Turner coming up 0-2. Swings and misses at that slider low and away, and he will be retired. Not having a very good World Series here. Brandon Marsh, him as well. He will fly this one out into the outfield. Jay Allen's going to get out there, not get it in time. So a run will be able to score on this. They're going to throw to second, not in time. RBI double there for Marsh. As we finally see the first run of the ball game, and it goes to Los Angeles here at home. You know their fans are loving it right now. They are down there turned up with those red, I don't know what you want to call them, red noisemakers. Full count here to Mike Trout, though. Are we going to let him loose too? Nope, he's going to watch that four-seamer get called strike 3. But thanks to Brandon Marsh, it is a 1-0 lead for the Angels. Reed Detmer still in the ball game here. So we got Jesus Aguilar, who will fly this one out into the outfield for a base hit that'll get down. It'll hit up against the wall as Mr. Slow is going to go for second base. Throw will come in perfectly and get him. Anybody else on the team gets a hit like that, it's a double. I think anybody else in the league gets a hit like that, it's a double. But this man with below 10 speed, I think he was still at first base when they had picked it up at the wall and then decided to go for second. That is bewildering to me. I don't know how that man's ever going to get a double. But we don't got to worry about doubles when we got homers. Tyler Stevenson's second home run of this postseason ties the ball game up. If Jesus Aguilar just stays at first base, we have the lead. We're talking about a different game, but at least it is tied now. Maybe that can wake the bats up a little bit. As we have been getting unlucky all game, we finally get a pitch to drive, and it's a no-doubt solo jack. And because of that, we'll go top 7 1-2 count here for Jonathan India, who will ground this one down the line. That'll be a base hit that gets out there. Maybe we can keep this little rally going here. Only one out in the inning, so plenty of time to keep this work up. And we're in the top part of the lineup now. Amador Rosario been clutch this whole postseason. 1 for 3 hit a day. Can he get another hit? This will go up the middle on the circle change, and he will. 2 for 4 on the day. And he'll get runners at first and second. 1 out. Maybe we are finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel as they go and get Ryan Serrero out. Bring in Wander Cerro. 5 games this postseason. Looked pretty strong every time we've seen him. But we're looking to try to get some hits in and get some runs in and raise that ERA up even higher. Mike Moustakas, Mr. Clutch, 1 for 2 in this at bat. Flies this one, circle change, hit opposite field, going, and it will be gloved. If they're in their normal depth, like no one's on base, that's a double at least. Because, they played the shift for him. So, unfortunately, see, that's what happens. Sometimes you get lucky when you're actually where you're supposed to be as opposed to shift defense. Joey Gallo, 1-2. Swings and misses at that circle change low, not able to make anything happen. And they'll get out of this 7th inning with a tie game. We're still got Tyler Mahle on the mound. Only 69 pitches. Yes, he gave up an earned run, but I don't think it's anything to worry about just yet. He was able to get out of it himself. This is a liner that gets into the outfield, though, so I hope you don't make me wrong here. But Jay Allen goes in and makes the play there, keeping him at second base. We'll probably start to get the bullpen warming up here in the second as Anthony Rendon will chop this one over. Rosario will miss it, diving. Really, I think he dove over the ball. As now we got runners at first and second, no outs. And now we will go ahead and bring in Art Warren, guy that was at AAA, I think, all season. But put up fantastic stats. Has done good when he's been up here at the majors. I just thought, we had better guys than him at the time. But now he's up here to help us out this postseason. He's been making it work as he gets a pitch there. The swing and miss wasn't paying attention at all to the stealing opportunity. So they were able to make it to second and third. 2-2 here. Swings and misses at the 4-seamer at the feet, though. As we go and settle down Jesus Ramirez. Mitch Hengler up next, 0 for 2. Chop this over to India, who will grab it, throw over to first base for the out. And he might be able to get out of this without giving up a run, despite having runners at second and third with no outs. And it looks like he will, as India will go ahead and pick this one up, throw over to first base, and he got him. We get out of that inning, second and third, no outs, without giving up any runs. And we'll go to the top of the 8th, still at 1-1. Cesar Hernandez base hit up the middle, too, on the first pitch that he sees from Wander, as he's able to get on first base. Maybe we can get another rally started here. Doug Granger. We've had a lot of people left on base. We need somebody to come through and be clutch. This ball's going to get hit trailing away from the center fielder. It will get down and hit hard off the base of the wall. If it just nudges up against it, we might have the 2-1 lead. But because of that, it'll be second and third, no outs. Can they get out of a similar situation? Let's hope not. As Jay Allen, first pitch, he sees a 4-seamer or circle changing on the hands. Popped up to the pitcher. After walking, Jesus Aguilar over to first base. Tyler Stevenson will pop this up himself too as well. Infield fly rule. And now it's 2 outs. Now we need a hit to bring someone across. Jonathan India would take that force or cutter out into the outfield, and it will be caught. Oh my gosh. Not only did they blow a second and third no outs chance, we blew a second and third no outs, but also a bases loaded 1 out chance. And couldn't bring across anything. So now I'll be back to Art Warren to keep this lead the way it is. Gets the first strikeout there, and then has Trey Turner in a 3-0. Despite being bad this postseason, he's got great vision here. Swings and misses through that 4-seamer, though, with the green light, 3-1. Has the green light again and takes that slider into the outfield for a base hit. Now you got to watch out for that speed because he's going to take off. Runner will go. Not in time. That'll be a nice steal of second base there. So now no double play possibility. And the go-ahead run is at second. But he will chop this over to third base, keeping him there and getting the second out of the inning. And now it'll be up to Mike Trout to try to be clutch 2-2. Watches that 4-seam off the plate. Todd Stevenson telling Art, calm down. You got this. You can do it. Full count here. 30 pitches in, so he's thrown quite a bit. And he's been able to make it work, too, as well as he gets the strikeout there swinging up Mike Trout. And they're going to go to Ross Stripling. Looking to kind of hold the door here, keep it tied up so they can go to the bottom of the ninth and possibly win it. Or at least go to extra innings and not really give up any runs to us. Set to face him the 2-3-4 part of the order, though. The part that you really want. Amador Rosario, who's been clutch this postseason, will take that 4-seamer and get this one into the outfield. It will hit up against the wall, and that's going to be a leadoff double. That speed is way too much. Lucky it wasn't a triple there, as he's able to go ahead and get into second base. And there's the go-ahead run at second. Mike Moustakas up next. He'll take that four-seamer. Swinging a little bit early on it, but will take that around the pole. Yes, sir. Just like them late nights at the place you shouldn't be after the game. He takes it around the pole, and he's able to get that 2-run home run to give the Big Red Machine a 3-1 lead, baby. 5th home run this postseason. And you know their pitcher is sick right now, giving up 2 hits. Ross Stripling can't believe it. 2 pitches. And just like that, this ball game is looking kind of over. Because you know who's up in the pen right now, warming up. As soon as he saw that ball go over that wall, we made that call. Bars. And Lucas Sims is up and warming up. Great pitch there, just a little bit early on it, but able to pull it just barely inside the foul pole. 405 feet to take the lead. So let's see if we can maybe keep a rally going, give Lucas Sims more time to warm up so he can be completely ready. As it'll be Joey Gallo up next. 1-2 here. He gets a curveball to hit and swings over top of it. Go ahead and go sit down. Cesar Hernandez. Now we're back up with a righty here, so he's on the left side of the plate, so not as much power as he had on the other side. Still can offer some contact though here, and maybe get somebody on 3-1 with the greens. And that one just is unlucky too as well. They'll find another glove. Doug Granger, 2 outs, 1-2, swings and misses at that slider off the plate. And now to go bottom 9, and there's that man, Lucas Sims. 4 games, 4 saves, only 2 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, and we look to get something going here as they will be in their 4, 5, 6. So probably about the second best group of people that you could want to come up. Well, I'll say third best because you want 2, 3, 4, then 3, 4, 5, and they'll just do 4, 5, 6. As they get the first strikeout there on Jared Walsh, let's not be distracted from greatness, as that was a 3-pitch, 3-strikeout situation, or 3-pitch out strikeout situation. And right after 1-2, swings and misses at that upstairs circle change. Rendon will go sit down. Then Jose Ramirez, who's also not hitting good against righties, will be beneficiated by the hit by pitch off the ankle despite the check swing. That Mitch Hanger will come up next. Swinging, missing that 4-seamer, not hitting too good against righties. Well, let's keep it that way as he pops this one up over to India, who will settle underneath it. And that'll be your ball game as your Cincinnati Reds go on the road and steal one from the Angels. And that'll be a 2-1 game. Even if we lose the next 2, that assures that we will be going back to Cincinnati at the very least to wrap this one up. So it either means we win it here in Los Angeles on the road, or we'll at least be able to go back home and have a chance to win in front of our home fans as we take a 2-1 series lead. Art Warren, great 2 innings of work, 3 strikeouts. Sims comes in for the save. Ross Stripling, you gotta feel bad for him, but Moustakas with that great clutch home run sends us away in this game 3-1. A lot of low-scoring games, despite having a lot of hits. The pitchers in this series have done amazing jobs of limiting runs and just keeping guys on base, getting left on base. A lot of good things have come via way of the strikeout, pop-outs, ground balls to the right parts of the field, fly balls to the right parts of the field, line outs. So great defensive play and play all around as we were able to go ahead and get 13 hits but only get off 3 earned runs. So a bad day of offense for us. If there's a film session, the whole team getting cussed out for a performance like that. But Stevenson's 2nd home run, Moustakas' 5th, 11 RBIs for him, and Stevenson's 9th. And we were able to come out of this game with a victory. Very good start from Tyler Mahaley. And now the question becomes, who pitches game 4? I don't know, because honestly, and I look to check, because right now we have Nick Lodato set to do it. He had an okay start, 6 in the 3rd, gave up 3 earned runs. Of course, we can go back to Eliza Hernandez, possibly. He was great all season. He just had 1 bad start, so maybe I go ahead and give him another chance to come back out and do something. But Severino does not have the stamina to go ahead and come back. He can come back for game 5 for sure. But as of right now, he is not ready to come back. So do we go Nick Lodato, Eliza Hernandez, or Luis Castillo? I don't know yet. I'll figure that out. Let me know down in the comment section who you think it should be. Who do you think deserves game 4 and 5? Or do you think Luis Severino should definitely pitch game 5? Let me know down below in the comment section. I will gladly read you guys' feedback and we'll see what we can do. So if you guys are enjoying the series, man, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Man, this team is so much fun. Honestly, if there was the port franchise over into the next MLB The Show, I probably would stick with this team. Not only is it a fun team to play with, there's a chance that we don't win the World Series this year, so of course I'd want to come back. And then we just have a lot of good talent. I love playing with Hunter Green. I love playing with Jay Allen. Maybe letting Joey Gallo go and finding a different power hitter, but giving Rafael Devers a chance to get back on the team and be World Series or postseason MVP. The young stars that we drafted that haven't had a chance to come up yet, like Anderson Espinoza, I can't wait till our rotation gets to that point. I mean, imagine if he's able to come up sometime soon. Luis Severino, Tariq Skubal, Hunter Green, Anderson Espinoza, and then Tyler Mahaley, or Nick Lodato, or Liza Hernandez, or Luis Castillo. Like, there's so much possibilities with those that it's amazing. So I wish it would be ported over, but it won't be. So maybe we'll have, since we're jumping on MLB The Show at time of launch this year, we could really get deep into this MLB The Show franchise this next time. So this is a little trial run and test run. I love that you guys have shown so much support for it. So it definitely will be coming back, as well as the Madden one. So make sure you guys stay tuned for both of those. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and stop rambling to y'all, man. It's been your boy SGG, aka the Smooth. I don't say the smoothest gamer in the world. I mean, I am, though. But aka SmooveGotGame, aka the best gamer in the world, aka King of Games. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. GM Smooth is out.